I don't know if this is working. I'm not on the right one. That's why I'm not on the right one. That makes total sense now. Okay. Refresh. Oh my gosh. Okay. What? 8, 1. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah. Hi. I didn't realize that I'd gotten this thing started. I ran into some technical difficulties trying to get this started. I didn't realize that by changing the nature of, from Nebo's Niche to something like, you know, Dr.X42 Gaming, that I would actually run into technical difficulties setting up a live stream. But today I want to do some interesting things. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Golden Gate Bridge with a stunt aircraft. Maybe not this stunt aircraft. This aircraft is a little twitchy. Let's go with this one. This one's a little bit less twitchy. So we'll use this. We're going to be flying the VL-3. And this is... We're not going to do much. But I found... I found out recently they must have updated that guy is not moving. That's weird. They must have updated the bridge for the Golden Gate Bridge, because we can fly around it now without getting crashed. I did notice a weird glitch that happens, but let's go check this out. My voice sounds a little bit weird. I don't know why. I've been having a really busy day today, and so maybe I'm just I've worn myself out. But this will be fun. Also today we are going to take a quick look at an app called NeoFly, and the NeoFly, which is not showing up on my screen for some odd reason. Is it this way? No, it's not showing up. Maybe we won't be looking at NeoFly. Okay, that was my bad. Let's go do some acrobatics. Maybe, if my computer doesn't freeze. Yes. Okay, let us go.
NorCal approach JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Type JMB Aviation VL
Okay.
35 miles south.
Now, first of all,
Charlie
I
Alpha
gotta admit,
1,500 feet.
the model
Request flight
of
following.
the Golden Gate Bridge is absolutely outstanding. And what I did find out is there is a visual glitch that happens if we fly under the bridge with our camera outside of the plane. So let's go do that, and I'll show you what the visual glitch is. It's almost like being behind the plane. We can't have anything over us. So very temporarily, we will see this like glitch, and then we pop back down to the aircraft. But we can do some really fun stuff. So we gotta keep our airspeed up, but we can we flew under it. We didn't crash the plane this time. But now we can like weave through the cables. And if we set ourselves up for it, we can actually make... This might be where I crash, just so you know. But I might have to set this up differently. We can crash on this. We can crash. I am going to crash. I crashed. Let's try that again. Restart. I was having fun with this the other day, and I was actually able to thread the needle of the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's try this again. Okay. And I am going to turn off the volume of the talking because they are just chatting like crazy, and I don't know why. So let's get rid of the sound of our voices. Not my voice, but the voice of the pilots. So, okay. let's take this craft. And I still have all the realism in place. But we're going to line up for this one. We'll thread the needle through both ends of the Golden Gate Bridge. And here we go. This was not possible a while ago. Like, I never could, if I can actually get this darn aircraft to let me thread the needle. Whee! Oh, I just barely hit the wing. Did you see that? I hit the wing on the supports. This has never been possible in the game. I don't know why, but yeah, I love it. This is really fun. Here we go. Whee! Oh, don't hit the cable. I don't think the cables actually will cause us to crash. So we can fly in underneath it and do acrobatics. Fly up over it. This is cool. Like, for some odd reason, there was some sort of glitch going on before where if you flew underneath it, it was like you were flying straight into the ground. It just, the game didn't understand, apparently, that is open air. And I asked Microsoft about it, and I don't know if my question is what solved this problem, or if, you know, if Microsoft just came around to it eventually, you know, like. But I still think it's really cool. We can weave in and out underneath this this bridge and do things that would be highly illegal in any real world application. Yep. This would be pilot license ending acrobatics here. You would definitely be arrested upon landing. The only place I haven't succeeded at flying through, I noticed that these holes on the bottom are a little bit tighter, and I think it's this other side. I wanted to try to fly through it. Let's go look at it. I wanted to fly through that slot right there, and I was unsuccessful the last time I tried it, and it's probably going to crash me this time. Let's see what we do. Yeah, it crashed me. I didn't do that very well. But yeah, the Golden Gate Bridge has been fixed. That's really awesome. In other news, I hear really good things about the next update that's coming out. We are going to see even better volumetric clouds. Why did I reset? I don't know why I reset. We don't need to reset. Let's go get a different plane. And I've got to see if I can get NeoFly to come up. I don't know why NeoFly is not showing up. For some odd reason, let me just address some technical difficulties here. But NeoFly is the app that I was aiming at talking about today because of, there it is. NeoFly is kind of, it gives a kind of a purpose to the game. Like, normally when you fly around in Flight Simulator, there's not really truly a purpose behind it. So in that case, like, what I mean is like, there is really no reason. Let's get my pilot over to this airport, which is KTMB. And we're going to just pay to go over there. And it charges you a fee to move your pilot around without flying. But you can set this up so that you have, missions. And so we can, like, pick on a mission, like, let's run cargo to this KOPF, right? And we will just set up our mission, and you can stack the missions. So if you wanted to set up multiple missions flying further away, you could get more money for it. And you can see you get a certain amount of money. And if you do longer mission, like if we set this to all and we saw the longer missions, you can see that some of these missions, like this longest mission right here, gets up to $40,000 that you could gain. But in terms of this game, some of the things they do is they start you off with one basic aircraft, and you use the money that you earn in game to buy more aircraft. In addition to that, you can you can hire. Sorry, I clicked on staff. I was meaning to click on something else. You can hire AI pilots to fly for you. And for some odd reason, I haven't used them in so long that I can't remember where they are. I thought they were in... Oh, here it is, crew. You can hire AI pilots to fly a mission for you, and they will just fly the plane, and depending on their skill and quality, they might hurt or kill your plane, which is kind of an interesting thing. And with planes that cost... well, we can go back here, and you can look. You can see it costs like... For a helicopter, you got to pay nearly $1 million, and you got here's a Cessna 152 based on NeoFly. So it looks like it's trying to mimic your everyday costs of an airplane, which I think is actually probably way lower than I would imagine. Most airplanes would be in this $3 million range, and a Cessna CJ4 would definitely be in like the $10 million or $20 million level. That being said, let's just fly this quick mission, and I will show you some of the things that... Oh, yeah. We got to make sure that with the aircraft we're going to be flying with, which is the DA-62, maybe. You can see I've played this since back in Nebo's Niche era, and I just named the planes when I got them. We are going to start here in the Kendall Tanami Executive Airport, and this is how much fuel my aircraft will start with. I don't need any more fuel, and I can see the condition of the aircraft, and there's a few more things that I could expand this out to show. I currently have insurance on it, which means if I crash the plane, I get my money back so that I can buy another one. So here we go. We need to go back to main menu. I don't know why I wasn't setting this up. And I will get this out of the way for just a second. Let's go back to this. And we need to select the aircraft, because this app will actually ask the game if I'm flying the right aircraft. So we have to get the DA-62, and I don't need to set anything else up with it. I have changed my tail number to be Dr.X42 because it only fits Dr.X Gaming onto the tail, which is not a bad name. Yeah. But let's go set this up so that we are at the takeoff airport, which will be KTMB. And there is a multiplayer aspect to this. I've never gotten to test it. Why did that just erase everything? Cool. DMB. And here we are. We will start here, and we'll set it today just for the fun of it. Let's back time up just a little bit. Okay. And we are going up to the KPOF, this one. So we're starting here, and I'm just going to start it with the engine already running. Oh, come back. We want to set that as departure, that as arrival, and we will get in the plane and get ready. So we're going to start at the end of runway, and one of the things we have to do for this mission is, first of all, let me select this, and then we have to come here, and since I told it, or I set it up so that I could do multiple missions, you'd have all of the extra missions showing up in this box down here, and you can pick the ones that are closest to you and work your way further out. But I'm going to right-click here, and I can right-click anywhere on this line, really, and we're going to fly this mission. And it tells me the weight that we need to put in the plane before we take off. And when I say connect and fly, it actually starts talking to Flight Simulator, and it already sees us at the end of this runway, and this is the runway we're going to take off at. Oh, that's cool. It's got like pictures going on. We're still waiting for Flight Simulator to catch up and actually let us in, but we can see that we don't have enough mission weight. It says we're missing 95 pounds because it only counts you as the pilot in terms of weight, and naturally the game puts one extra person in your aircraft. So let's select this. We'll select the weight, and once the weights load, oh, that's weird. Okay, we already have 170 pounds of our 265 pounds going on, and so we can just pick, I want to put it right in the middle somewhere. There's that. We'll put it in the middle just so it doesn't offset us, and we will set this to 95 pounds. As soon as we have the right weight,
Transporter from dispatch.
this is coming from
The cargo mission will start as
the
soon as you
NeoFly.
get on your
This
plane
is coming
to
from
the parking
NeoFly. So now,
Transporter form dispatch. Loading cargo. Please stand by.
and it actually makes us wait for about a minute. You'll see that in real time. But and I'm sorry, I totally set the weight without showing you. I had to set 95 pounds right here. But the sound that we're hearing now is coming from the NeoFly game. And this NeoFly thing is free. Like, you got to follow some instructions, get it installed and get it connected. It's not that bad. Ooh, wow, I just
Transporter.
totally, this is what I was trying to move.
Transporter from dispatch. The cargo is on board. You are clear to taxi to the runway and take off.
Okay, so then we would start up the aircraft and go to the end of runway, but we can start at the end of runway. So let's get going. And we'll just fly this from the outside so we can just enjoy the beautiful weather. I have real world weather set on, and I think my settings are for maximum clouds. Let's just double check. So we got buildings, trees, volumetric clouds are set to ultra. So we've got maximum cloud set up and everything. And this will just be a fun little, I don't know, it's like 10, 15 minutes? 12 minutes.
Flight.
So we just mainly have to fly safely at this point. If I were to crash the plane, it actually tallies up your crashes in the in your staff section. It tells you right here if you've crashed the plane while playing the game. There's little tidbits, like if you stall the aircraft, it gets mad at you, and you might lose like a bonus if you had passengers or whatnot, and it's got a variety of different little fun things. So let's get ourselves over to landing, and I'll show you like how the game kind of ends. The once you park and you put on your parking brake, and you essentially the game will recognize that you're in park, and it'll pay you for dropping off the cargo without damaging it. You can pick up cargo that is fragile, and if you land too hard or you make like a correction too hard, the cargo will break and you lose all the cargo, and it's pretty funny. But we don't want to wait for 12 minutes. We're just going to kind of cheat here. You can set realism settings to not allow you to do what I'm about to do, but we are going to just kind of zip right over here and get ourselves close to our landing site. So yeah, I hope this isn't scaring anybody, but we're just kind of we don't want to wait for this. Okay. So we are almost to the runway, and we can set ourselves up. I am not going to go through ATC channels for landing today. Normally I would, because when playing with NeoFly, I am very interested in trying to max out my own personal realism, and so it does make me feel like less connected to the game if I'm cheating or just landing without authorization. So I definitely call up ATC using the in-game ATC interaction window, this window right here. and I would request permission, and I would go through all that jazz. But, you know, today we are just talking about NeoFly, right? Well, not really. I showed you some fun stunts, flew around the East Coast, and now we are on the, flew around the West Coast Golden Gate Bridge, and now we are on the East Coast in Florida. So that's another thing that's kind of cool, because these missions would kind of entice you to actually try flying to places you never would think to fly before. And already in the many, many missions that I've flown many areas of the planet. And yes, you do have to pay to move your aircraft if you're not going to fly it to those locations. You can pay to just have your aircraft go to the mission location, and it's like they ship your aircraft instantaneously, you know. If you have the AI pilots do any of the flights for you, it actually takes real world time for them to fly. Even though you don't have to have Flight Simulator open for it, you can essentially play just NeoFly and have AI pilots playing the game. I'm not even sure if it needs Flight Simulator at that point. That's kind of an interesting thought. I never thought of that. But let's just get our aircraft over to a parking spot, and we will just taxi over, and we'll just park in this general aviation spot right here on the end, just after that car passes us. Yeah, we'll just take this spot right here. Oh, it looks like we could have somebody wave us in, but we'll just, we won't worry about it. Okay. I think I just dodged another vehicle. But I'm not using ATC, so they don't see me. Oh, we do have to come over here, because this is a normal taxi line. This is a parking area right here. So let's get this guy to wave us in. Normally, if I did use ATC, I would actually have a green box that would help the game know that I am finished my flight and everything, and turn on my parking brake, and they start unloading the aircraft.
I'll call you when it's done.
So that is, in a nutshell, NeoFly. It did take a little bit of effort to figure out how to make NeoFly work, because I didn't find it very intuitive when I first tried it. But yeah, in 2 minutes, with a little bit of cheats, yeah. And let's go back to NeoFly, and let's make NeoFly just a little bit bigger. Yeah, so you can see with a little bit more detail. You can see like the distances that I've done, there's this credit card like thing that says best mission reward. I made $129,631 on one mission. I've made 98 missions with 13 total passengers. I don't do passengers very much. I like cargo. My total cargo weight, I've moved over 59,000 pounds of cargo in this game. It's fun. Yeah. And so now, if we go back to flying, we are unloading the cargo. And once they finish unloading the cargo, I could probably close the game right now, but I'm not going to. I've always had that kind of odd fear of, if I close it early, do I get the reward or what? So I'm going to wait just until she says that the mission's done, and then we will have ended our mission. And you can see various statistics, like if I scroll down here, you can see the motor was on, what our takeoff speed was. We can see what our landing speed was, and
from dispatch. Everything seems okay. The customer looks happy. Mission ended.
And that's a mission. You can do missions that are huge, like that. Right now it's calculating how much we earned and stuff, and you can have this follow your aircraft. It's kind of cool, which acts as a better map than Flight Simulator's map, right? So if I wanted to, like, I could show you, you could do missions that would be hours long. And I have done some where I've flown like all the way across the country or halfway across Africa or whatnot. You know, it's fun. Now, obviously my aircraft can't reach all the way over here. I think it's showing missions near all of these other aircraft that I have. I have them scattered all over the world. And they even have fun little tidbits. It looks like it's not showing up right now, but at one time of the day for a period of time, there will be a marker that will just show up somewhere in the ocean or on the ground, and that marker is like a crash site of some sort, whether it be like a boat or something. And if you fly out to it, and if you have like, you have to be able to land within a mile of the item, and you get a whole bunch of extra money, and well, you get gold from the crash site. It's like a pirate shipwreck, you know, and you collect the gold from it. It's fun. But you can go anywhere in the world with this, and it kind of challenges you to be a little bit real worldish. Like, in order to fly the higher aircraft, you can see I have not certified on heavy jets, but I have certified on all these other jets. You start out with a certification. Actually, I don't think you start out with a certification. You start out having to certify, which is just, the certifications are a small little flight where you fly up to a certain altitude, you make a U-turn, then you fly up to a higher altitude, you make a full circle turn, and then you go do a touch and go, and then it says, you're good, go land the aircraft, and we'll finish this up. And so as you buy the bigger aircraft, you won't be able to fly it within NeoFly first, but as you certify for it and you unlock it, you'll be able to fly those aircraft. And NeoFly will detect if you have the wrong aircraft, or an aircraft that's not at the airport that you're at, you know. It's really, really well done. And for a free app, I can't recommend a better app. Like, I wanted a game changer for Microsoft Flight Simulator, because yeah, I love to fly. But having a purpose to fly, like a mission where I'm taking cargo from one point A to point B, that changes the whole game. And having that dynamic alter everything, it makes it funner. And so that's NeoFly. The Bing Maps, it uses Bing Maps because Flight Simulator uses Bing Maps. You actually do have to follow a set of instructions, and then like you have to plug in some sort of hash code in this area, and that's not all the code. I don't know. You plug in a hash code, and it unlocks the map so that you can see the map. Otherwise, it uses the basic maps like this, but you know, it's a great game, you know. So yeah, that's all I've got for you. Thank you for joining me on this fun little flight simulator day tonight. I will not lie, I was a little bit underprepared for today's efforts. I've been trying to prepare stuff, and I wasn't able to finish my video. I am trying not to do that. I try to get something more organized for you guys. I've just had a really busy week. And yeah, I am glad that I was able to get away from my efforts and join you on this live stream. Thank you again for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.